I think that God doesn't want us to be forgiving to a detrimental point, and I can biblically prove it. Y'all know the story. The women hyped the situation up and made Saul jealous of David, in my opinion. Talking about Saul has killed his thousands and David his 10,000s. After that, Saul was just chasing David like Tom and Jerry. So we get to 1 Samuel 24, verse 4. We see that David has the opportunity, because God has delivered Saul into David's hands, to take Saul out. But instead, David just cuts the skirt of Saul's robe, okay? Saul realizes it because David's like, yeah, I could have took you out because God delivered you into my hands, okay? And then in the same chapter, verse 17, Saul is like, oh, thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast awarded me good, whereas I have awarded thee evil. And he's just blah, blah, blah with the sweet talk, okay? You got me thinking you're not going to come for me again, Saul, because you see that God has already delivered you into my hands one time, okay? 1 Samuel chapter 26, we see that Saul came for David again. You did all that sweet talking just to come to take me out again. But in verse 7, we see that Saul done went to sleep, got his little spear in the ground and everything. And his boy, David's boy that's with him, is like, yo, let me take your boy out. I understand you don't want to do it, but I'll do it. Okay? And David's like, no, we're not going to take out the Lord's anointed. But what we will do is take his little sword that's right here away from his pillow and take his water. Take his water away from him. So David goes to the other side of the hill with Saul's water and his spear in his hand. And he yelling like, Abner, aren't you supposed to be a valiant man in Israel that's protecting your king? I think you're worthy of DOA because you did not keep your master. I was in there. I got your master's spear right here, his water right here. But what really stood out to me is 1 Samuel chapter 26, verse 13, where David made sure he had a great space between he and Saul. Because no matter the fact that last time you tried to take me out, you did all this pandering and hyping me up about how great of a person I was, you still came back to get me later. I know that no matter that I forgive, I'm going to give us space. I'm going to give you your space because I know that if you get the opportunity to take me out again, you will. Things that were happening back then in the Bible are still relevant to the things that are happening today. Saul is getting older, and now there's a younger guy like David coming up, and he's out doing the things that he's already done, breaking records, and there's an old washed up woman or an old washed up man that's jealous of the things that you're doing now and the records that you're breaking. Honey, I'm sorry that I'm favored, but I'm not sorry all at the same time. And honey, make sure you keep your distance. That's all I can say. Be wise. Keep your distance. You can forgive, but keep your distance.